And so I want to start today with an example. And we have a special guest that has been doing this work for a while. And she started this work not very early in her life. So this is an amazing example also to that and to what is possible when you decide to really harness your power to master to practice to mastery of the instrument and the skill, and to really freeing yourself to becoming what you want to become and what you're called to become, no holding back. And so I want to invite, and Reese, maybe you can help me invite Elisabet to join us here on the screen. Here is beautiful Elisabet. Elisabet, thank you so much for joining us today and being an example for other people. Would you like to introduce yourself, my dear?
Yeah, well, I am 66 on 67, and I am a mother of two, grandmother. I am a journalist, but I haven't worked full time since 1988 because of a chronic back pain. And yeah, I'm a pretty social person, but have lived a very sedentary life. Just lying in my reclining chair and solved crosswords and reading and not much more. I really had given up all my ambitions, I should say. When I started, I was on a break with my partner, and we are now together again, and we are just having the best time ever since our 18 years that we have been going to and fro. And that is great. I am 2 months after I had joined this program, I got an opportunity to start singing in a rock band, and we're going to have our first concert in April.
Wow.
And that is so much fun. It's really the most fun thing I've ever done in my life.
Incredible.
And then I kind of felt I talked to a lot of people that last summer about, we were lots of my friends were going into retirement, and everyone was talking about, now I have time to read, and now I had time to do crosswords and so on. And I just felt, oh, I've done that. I've done that for so many years. I've been in retirement for so many years because of my pain. So I just felt that I don't even know that I want I wasn't at all suicidal, but I felt like, well, it doesn't matter if I don't live that long because I don't really have much to look forward to. And what I'm doing now is I'm kind of just anticipating, wow, what is going to happen in my future? I feel so. I'm writing. Now I've changed from a book to a drama, but it feels really good, and I'm creative. And what I think is maybe the most important change is that I am happy without fearing that a catastrophe will happen. Because earlier I've always thought like, well, if I'm this happy, then something terrible will happen.
Yeah.
And I don't think so now. I just enjoy being happy. And also, I think that what has been very important for my relationship is that I have stopped dwelling on past injuries.
Yeah.
All those years in psychotherapy and so on, they just kept me dwelling. They didn't get me going ahead. They just kept me stuck in those old memories, I felt. And now I use the tools that you have given me, and I whenever a problem appears, I take the tools and I work through the problem. And yeah, I really am so content with this program. It has given me so much,
Oh,
so
that
much.
fills my heart to hear that, really, Elisabet. You don't know how much. And, um, and, 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 Yeah, so much. I know that your vision is big and beautiful, and you're making your way to it, and you have so much to give and to share and to enlighten others with. And as you say, now you're eager and excited for what is coming, which is really how we are supposed to live. Always till
Mm.
always infinitely. um so thank you so much for sharing that. Maybe I can ask you one little last question. You know what? I have two questions.
Okay.
Maybe to ask you. One is, what would you say is the most significant, or yeah, significant element, or elements in plural, if there is more than one, that has made it, that has made the most impact on you, or that are most um, significant for you in this experience, in this program?
Do you mean what in your program that has given me the most, or do you mean some fruit? I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
both are really valuable, I think, for others
yeah.
to hear. So whatever you feel inspired to share.
Well, for me, it has. I felt that it has been important with my coach, having a talking to her once a week and being accountable for what I'm doing.
Mhm.
I have loved all the group meetings. They get me so inspired, and I think I think I've never left a group meeting without feeling so much in more high vibration. And yeah, the thing that has happened to me is that I have so much more energy and I'm more active, but mostly it's just energy. I'm just very, everyone remarks on it that I'm kind of glowing, you could
Mm.
say. And I that has really been the greatest thing. And all this, anticipation, you know, the future is coming and what does it have to bring?
Yes, this living in this state of joyful expectation. This is what we are supposed to experience. I'm so happy to hear that, and so happy to hear that. And then maybe the last question that I want to ask you, um, is the decision that you've taken, because when we are presented with an opportunity to really step out of what we know and what we are familiar with, and as we shared in this workshop, and you know this on a even deeper level, studying this inside the mastermind, we are really addicted to what we are familiar with, right? And I always share how in Hebrew it's literally the same word, being addicted and being familiar, or knowing what is known. It's the same word, literally, which is so interesting. And on a biological level, on a neurochemical level, we are addicted to those thoughts, to those chemicals. And so when we step out to change, when we step out of the known, out of the familiar, then there is a very big resistance coming up within ourselves. And that's what we call the paradigm. And there are different ways to explain that. And I just offered two more ways to explain that, from the linguistic aspect, and mainly from the biological, literally on a physical level, there is resistance. And so the decision to do this, and a decision is one when we take action. Otherwise, it's an interest. It's an idea. You can play with it. You can entertain it. You can think about it. But once you are called to take action, to make an actual commitment, right? To say yes, to take the next step, to make a financial investment. Many times in our world, a commitment is, well, almost always, I would say, it's in some form financial, right? Because this is the energy exchange that we all share. And that we are also very attached to, right? There are a lot of paradigms around money in and of itself. And so I would love to ask you to share, if you will, about that experience. How did you experience that, and how did you break through that resistance that came up?
Well, for the first, I must say that I did have the money. I didn't have to take a loan. I did have the money to invest in myself, but it was a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
And I kind of hesitated a lot on the brink.
Yes.
And finally, Reese helped me get past. And yeah, and you know, my partner said, "What is this? You are stupid. You can't do this," and so on. But I felt it was right. I really felt this was right for me at this time.
Yeah.
And I know, I think I have been moving towards this for a long time. And since, of course, for me, since I had the money, it wasn't that high a step to take.
You,
It's been a
Elisabet.
good investment. It's the best I've ever done, and I must say so.
Mm. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. And of
Thank
course,
you.
you're welcome to join, to stay with us if you feel like it. And we will go into our session now. So thank you so much, Elisabet.